Hello guys, so today's video is going to be about anxiety and how it affects my life and how I manage to deal with it. This is actually going to be a collab video with a other YouTuber, Kenya Grace, and so yeah, here we go.
Katiana Grace. I've had a lot of problems with anxiety in the past, which has gotten a lot better, and I'm really happy about that, so just hopefully some of this will help you. Number one of the things that really affected me about it was just kind of my body doing things that just I didn't want it to do and it would just do anyway. Like I would be in public and I would get so nervous that I would just like shake uncontrollably, and it made me feel even more nervous because I knew like every time I went out it was gonna happen to me. And I didn't want people to notice and stuff like that, and I just felt really embarrassed all the time.
For one, when you have like a lot of anxiety and stuff, it's really hard to relax, which is kind of obvious, but it's nice to be able to relax, and it's really hard when you're pretty much never relaxed. It sucks to never be relaxed, and so having anxiety makes it hard to actually relax.
Number two is whenever I would have to talk in front of people that I wasn't really comfortable with, my face would immediately start to get really red, and it would just make me so afraid to talk in public because, like I said, I knew it was gonna happen, and like there's been times where I've started to talk and I feel confident about it, but then like that starts to happen, and then everyone's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm fine, like my face just does this, I don't know." And it just like, yeah, it kind of sucks.
Anxiety also makes it hard to do the things that you want to do. So like, let's say you want to go somewhere or do something, anxiety can hold you back from going and doing those things. So that sucks.
Three is I talk myself out of a lot of things. So I would intentionally not go up and talk to people because I'm too afraid that I'm going to mess up, or I wouldn't go to certain events because I know I'm just going to be really uncomfortable and I'm going to start acting anxious and feeling anxious, and so it just makes you a lot less social and a lot less able to enjoy your life.
Anxiety can give you headaches. Basically, if you have anxiety all day, by the end of the day you can get like this type of headache, and headaches suck, so there you go.
Alright, so as far as ways that I have been able to get better, number one, the first thing I would suggest is just, as hard as it is just to pretty much make yourself get out of your comfort zone as little as you want to do it. Just challenge yourself to do something that maybe you wouldn't usually do, like, oh yeah, I'm actually gonna walk up to these people and I'm gonna try and talk to them, and just, I don't know, it might be really hard at first, but the more that you do it, the more that you kind of start to get comfortable and realize that the things that you're thinking in your head about how bad it is, it's really not that bad. And so yeah, you'll just get better the more that you do it.
And some ways that I help deal with my anxiety is I'll do meditation, which is basically like meditate for 15-30 minutes or whatever, which helps to kind of relax and kind of focus on the moment, I guess, and it is shown to lower anxiety a lot. So
number two is just really not letting yourself overthink things, because I feel like the main problem with at least social anxiety and stuff like that is just like thinking about what's gonna happen if you like go to this place or talk to these people or any of this, but just to get out and do it without like thinking about what's gonna happen, because I feel like really the more you think about it, the more that you kind of just start to talk yourself out of it, and that's definitely never good.
Another thing that I do is I learn to accept fate. What I mean by that is I just accept that I do not really have control over certain things that happen in my life, and so I try to be indifferent to it. So I kind of try to just let things go and just kind of accept that I have no control over certain things. I have no control over other people or certain events or what have you. And so I kind of just be indifferent to it and try to just let it go.
The third and last thing, honestly, is just you have to kind of change the way you feel about yourself in general, and that is an extremely hard thing to do and a really long process, and sometimes it takes longer for some people than others, but just to kind of remind yourself basically that you're good enough, and like once again, this is more with social anxiety, but just that you are interesting and people do want to hear what you have to say, and just like it also helps to find your group of friends, even if it's just a small group or just even one friend who makes you feel comfortable and makes you feel like who you are is good enough, because then you're like, you start to think, oh, if they think I'm good enough, then if I try and be other people's friend, they'll like me too, as long as I'm myself. And just learning to be yourself more and not overthink it.
Another thing I do to help my anxiety is I practice misfortune. And what I mean by that is it's kind of a, I guess you could say it's kind of like a, some people would say it's an extreme idea, but basically what I do is I will do things that aren't very positive, I guess, or I do things that are misfortunate, like I'll have a freezing ice cold shower, and what that does is it builds up a resilience to negative things that happen in my life. So you can have a nice cold shower, sleep on the floor, eat really bland basic food that's not very good, wear really dirty clothes and walk out in public. Things like this will basically build up a tolerance or a resilience to negative things, and you learn that you are a lot more stronger than you really think. At least that's what is taught me by doing that practice. Like if I have a cold shower or what have you, I learn it's not as bad as I thought. Like my mental thinking of it was like, oh, this is going to be horrible. But then as it actually happened and went through and had a cold shower or whatever, it's like, you know, it's all about the mental. It's like a mental thing. I can handle it based on having strength innerly.
But yeah, that's all of my sort of experience with it and the tips that I have, and I hope that any of these have helped you. And I don't know, it's so weird because it's not even my video.
Link to my channel in the description.
I don't want to just be like shameless self-promo. I bet he'll put that in there actually. Like I bet he'll say it. Shameless self-promo. Shameless self-promo. Shameless self-promo.
I'm just gonna eat this raspberry right here. This is a raspberry. It is a berry of the raz, and I am now going to eat this raspberry.
Check out my channel.
Oh, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I'm wearing different clothes, it's a completely different day, but I realized that my camera stopped in the middle of that video and I had to refilm this part, so now I'm refilming it, and it's just freaking crazy because when I filmed this, it was warm outside. Now it's cold. I'm wearing a sweater. Like, it is cold outside. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and good day. Good day. If it's nighttime, don't watch this video, only watch it in the day.